Welcome to this edition of Stuff You Don't Usually See, where we give you a behind-the-scenes look of recording a local radio spot. And today I have Pat McIntyre here, and he helps with all things energy conservation for College Station Utilities.
Yes, and some of the things we get this time of year is we get a lot of Energy Back 2 rebates. It's the season, and unfortunately, people are using their AC a lot more, and so consequently, they'll find themselves in a position where they have to have their AC replaced. We have a rebate there to soften the blow. It starts at 16 SEER, $600, 17 SEER, $700,
Okay.
18 SEER, $800. And so we're getting a lot of those this time of year.
About to say with the heat. So with that, you sound ready for radio. Are you ready for radio?
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning. This morning I'm here with Pat McIntyre, and he's here to talk about everything energy conservation from the College Station Utilities Department. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, I've been with College Station Utilities 13 years. Wow. Energy coordinator, started out in key accounts, and this time of year we get a lot of AC rebates coming through. It's the season. If you find yourself having to change your AC out, then we have a rebate to soften the blow there. Starts at a 16 SEER. It's a graduated schedule, goes as $600 for 16 SEER. 18 and above is $800. Also, with the AC replacement, a lot of times you'll get a smart thermostat from the AC company. We have the connected thermostat rebate that's a credit on your utility bill. It's different than Energy Back 2 because that'll be a check you get in the mail.
Okay.
But the connected thermostat will be on a credit on your utility bill.
And this is all for College Station Utility electric customers.
Correct,
And
yes.
they can go to cstx.gov/energy
Yes.
to download these applications and to read more about your programs. Do you have any other rebate programs?
We do. We have LED lighting for residential. We also have energy audits that are free to electric customers. We do quite a bit of those at this time of year because people are getting, a lot of times students are getting their first utility bill, and it's a bunch of firsts. They're getting their first utility
Right.
bill, they're having to pay it, it looks high, that kind of thing.
And that's one of the things I know I see on social media is some folks that are new here, they don't realize that it's a everything bill, right? So you have an
Right.
electric line, you have your water line, and solid waste,
Yeah.
different things on there. But yes, if you see a jump in your electricity, definitely sign up, cstx.gov/energy, and y'all come out and kind of show what may be using up the most energy. And this is all free for electric customers. Is that correct?
That's correct. We'll do a walkthrough. If we can get in the attic, take a look at their AC system, make sure there's no low-hanging fruit, something wrong with it, that kind of thing. And then they'll get a report 7 to 10 days later. We'll talk to them about what we saw, and then we'll just formalize it in a report that we'll send to them.
Okay.
And that's a pretty popular program. A lot of times it's a awareness for the new utility customer that's first time that they've been involved and realizing they have a utility bill instead of electric bill and that kind of thing.
True. Especially for new homeowners, I feel like.
Sure.
New homes, like what is wasting the energy here and the money?
Yeah,
Yes.
a new homeowner, he's got a mortgage payment. They have a mortgage payment now, and then they get a utility bill, and so it's
Yes.
Correct.
Especially in the 100 degrees heat, it's scary. But we're here to help.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is a busy time of year for us, and lots of things going on around the city and that kind of thing.
Do you have any tips since it's getting so hot? Like, what are some things we can do to help with energy and our electric bill during the summer?
I mentioned the thermostat. So if you do have a thermostat that's a smart thermostat, you can control it on your phone. So if you want to set your AC up a couple degrees when you leave the home and set it down back where you normally have it an hour or so before you get home, that's something. Every degree is going to save you about 3 to 5% on usage. Also, if you have ceiling fans, if you're going to be in the room, that's a way to leave the thermostat alone and then do the ceiling fan, and the air circulating will make you feel cooler. You don't want to leave them on unless somebody's in the room, but that's an excellent way to kind of mitigate the AC. LED lighting, we have residential LED lighting rebate, and LED lights use less electricity wattage, which is a unit of heat, and so the less electricity wattage, will give you the same amount of light and help your AC out because it doesn't have to overcome the excess heat.
Okay, I would have never thought of that. That
Yeah.
where lights were making.
It's kind of a
heat.
benefit that most people don't really think about. If you have a 100-watt incandescent light, when the LED light is 6 watts, then you got 94 watts that's not going to heat.
Okay. So everybody should be switching to LEDs and get their rebate, huh?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
Yeah, and it's an annual rebate. You can do it yearly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, $20 a year. Yeah.
Okay, and then that goes. You just again.
That's a credit on your utility bill, similar to the
That's-
thermostat. The form is on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the URL again, cstx.gov/energy. And that has all of your contact information and all of our applications, as well as there's a whole page of different tips as well for summer conservation, and then you'll have winter conservation. Just
Yes.
things you can do on your...
summertime. If if a lot of people like to grill, and that's a good time to grill outside, keep that heat outside. If you're washing clothes and dishwasher, you want to do that at night after the peak. When temperatures are cooling down, that kind of thing.
Well, that I think brings up a good point. Maybe where does our electricity come from in College Station? How does that work?
So we're not a generator. So we buy on the open market, and we have a qualifying scheduling entity that's broker for layman's terms, that buys our power in long-term contracts. And so then we that comes into our substations through transmission lines, and then it's distributed to the 45,000 meters we have in the city.
In the city. And then that's whenever we get those ERCOT kind of like, hey, the grids,
Right.
you need to start conserving. Can you talk a little more about that?
In May, there was a kind of a conservation alert, and the reason for that was because in May, a lot of the plants May is typically, the temperatures don't ramp up usually in May. This year, they got here a little early, and some of the power plants were doing turnaround maintenance to get ready for the summer, the summer heat. So since the temperature rose a little bit earlier than normal, there was a conservation alert, but all those plants are back online now.
Everything's fine. Yes.
We have purchase power agreements to stay within our peak, and so as long as we're in there, we haven't hit our top peak this year. So we're in a really good place right now.
Okay. Sounds good. I just wanted to bring that because sometimes we get that on social. We're like, hey, we need to just conserve.
Yeah.
It's not all just College Station utilities. It's the whole state grid.
Yeah, one utility has a bad day, and it kind of gets, passed
Bad
around.
rap. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. But just, turn your lights off when you leave a room and
Yes.
be considerate
Common
of
sense
different
stuff.
things.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not only saves us power, energy, but
Yeah.
it cools you down.
Yeah, we
as
had
well.
our AC replaced at our house 3 years ago, and I really loved that little app on the phone to control the thermostat.
Especially when it's auto set. Like when
Yes.
you're gone, it can go
Yeah.
up a little bit and then it'll be cool when you get home.
Yeah, one other tip is if you have electric water heater and you're going to go on vacation, you can set that to vacation. There's a vacation setting on your water heater.
Okay.
And so that's something you can do so it's not cycling while you're gone.
I didn't even know that. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
look at that now.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Is there anything else you'd like customers to know, or?
Just check out the website. Our information's there. If you have something that you want to talk about or have some kind of project coming up, feel free to call us or shoot us an email. We're there to answer those kind of questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And that is stuff you don't usually see.
Made it.
I mess up. Gosh.
I'm sure Mark's good at it.
He's going to, just edit that right out.